Hi there lovely, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and this is Scorpionic Readings, and today we're looking at what you need to know most. Group number 1, your crystal is the wolf. Your card is the bobcat and blackthorn with patience. Group 2, your crystal is the snake. Your card is the otter and cattail with peace. Group 3, your crystal is the elephant. Your card is the crow and dogwood with intelligence. When you're ready with your group, head to the description box. You will find timestamps that will take you directly to your messages, and I will meet you there. Hi there, Group 1. Welcome to your messages. Let's dive right in. So I went ahead and shuffled out some oracle. This will be the final guidance cards. I'm going to tuck that over to the side. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of your messages for that final piece of guidance. Let's see, you have the bobcat and blackthorn with patience. What other aspects are there for Group 1? Resistance. Okay. Bittersweet. Alright, let's see about an archetype. We have the Queen. And some tea leaf will give us more specific aspects to what all of this means. So far we have tulip with great passion. Cane, pay attention to your health. We have tent, temporary situation. We have a month of December. Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life, as well as firecracker with excitement. This kind of reminds me of that firecracker. Resistance and excitement, bittersweet, bitter and sweet. Resistance versus excitement. Patience versus excitement. Like temporary situation, you're kind of fleeting between these ideas of this is good, this is bad. Great passion, great excitement is, the scales are tipping toward that though. Pay attention to your health, pay attention to how you're truly feeling, pay attention to how that resistance makes you feel. Resistance could also be talking about the way in which when you pull the arrow back to send it on its path, we have the arrow representing you're on the right path. In some aspect of your life, when we pull that arrow back, that's resistance. It's building up tension, and then when the time is ready, the momentum going forward is so strong because of that resistance. So in some ways, feeling that that is very present right now and starting to become a little bit impatient with that feeling is promising, because it means that soon there will be almost like a firecracker explosion of action going forward. A huge burst of momentum going forward after much resistance and waiting. But I think that there could be something to pay attention to that the cards are calling you to. Something you need to know right now is to pay attention to how that resistance is being processed in your body, how it's feeling to get to those impatient, frustrated feelings, to allow those to win. Pay attention to that at this time. Pay attention to which one is winning, the optimism or negativity, the trust or fear, taking care of yourself or feeling like you need to go full force and non-stop work for this to work. But it's really is a matter of waiting, of patience. We could be looking at waiting until around December for something to feel freed up, or to feel like you've really shot forth on a path with great passion and excitement going forward. The Queen, you feel like you're in your truest authority. You've dabbled with feeling like a queen throughout this. You felt in command, authority rather, is what you've dabbled with feeling in this process as you've teetered back and forth with the bittersweet energy. Some days good, some days not so good, some days hopeful, some days not so hopeful. You were able to find the Queen to ground yourself through all of that. You did very well in this temporary situation to make sure that you were managing it the best you can. I think this is all to say that messages of needing to pay attention to your health and how resistance is making you feel. That is valid to mention with the cards and with the reading. The message is coming through, but I think I'm seeing now with the cane and the tent that yes, you have been doing a great job at doing this. This is a reminder, this is acknowledgement of how well you have done. You have not forgotten about those things that could fall to the wayside when you were so focused on making this happen, or so focused on wondering why it is not happening. I'm even seeing like the cake in this bittersweet card, not forgetting to eat, not forgetting to just take care of yourself so that this is sustainable and has longevity and you won't crash and burn from it. I don't think that is the case. I think that your momentum will be very, very lucky and will increase a lot at the very beginning to get you going, to take off, and then it will continue, but it just will be very surprising, I believe, the way that things clear up for you so quickly. Things turn around so quickly. The Queen is fully realized in December. By the end of this year, your temporary situation of back and forth will be resolved. That is what you need to know right now. So let's look at tarot and find out additional aspects that go with this. So what has pile 1 been frustrated with? What has been bittersweet? What have they been back and forth on? We want these two. Pile 1, what's been going on recently that is bringing out these energies? Let's take a look at those. To start, we have the Hanged Man, Unchanged Perspective, made it feel like a reality check, like you saw the reality behind how challenging some of the aspects of this journey. I thought of the world, of course, with this. In this world, like the rules and the laws of how we get things, how things work in our favor. You've had like a reality check in this process that has been very frustrating to know that, yes, there are times where I feel like I'm going forward, and then the next day I feel like I'm turning right back around and back and forth. It's been this bittersweet realization in which that means that I can have support when I align myself to it, when I ask for it, when I attract it to me. But it also means, in a bittersweet way, that I kind of need to work a little bit for what I wish for, by setting intention behind it, by matching my energy, aligning with it, by just getting clear on it is the work that you need to do. So through all of this, it's been hard to realize the physical aspects that are challenging, to have your perspective, your eyes open to those real life, real world, like money problems, setbacks, being declined, application for something, like those real world things have been getting to you and causing a lot of resistance, making you feel like you're meant to be pushed out of this journey, that you're not meant to do it, but that is not the truth. Combined with that perspective, your eyes opening to those challenges, again, what I had mentioned with spiritual concepts, with the way the universe works, with the law of attraction, with manifestation, it's been bittersweet once again to know how that works as well. You're learning a lot. You've been paying attention in general. You've had a close eye on your life. The way the wheel is turning in your favor, you've had a close eye on as well. What else is there to this situation? We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Hermit as well. Yeah, it's felt very isolating. Again, at once you've realized that I can make anything I wish. But I think some of you are to the point where you know that it's been more in your lane to manifest a desire such as money, such as material things. You've found that it is less intimidating to do that kind of thing, but as you come to this energy of frustration, of resistance, of impatience, it has been also relating to relationships, knowing that you can make anything you'd like for yourself. You can make this luxurious dreamscape that you exist in, that you manifested and attracted, but sometimes a challenging aspect, and one that requires even more patience, can be dealing with relationships, with manifesting the right people, your soul family, to come to you. So part of what's been going on is feeling quite isolated, feeling like that is really a challenge ahead of you. If I would like to birth a new relationship, if I would like to call in people, it feels harder. It feels like more of a blockage and a limitation to try to do that. So that's been part of what's inspired these kinds of feelings as well. And so what could be happening in December is, I'm even looking at the Queen now. So a person could be coming in as a firecracker to explode into your life, into your reality, and things change from that time. It very well could be a person to propel you forward, either through the connections that they can source and bring to you, or just the way that this strong partnership and friendship impacts you and makes you more excited, more motivated in general. Excitement is huge, just kind of in that lovey-dovey feeling of finding a true best friend is going to bring a lot of excitement to you. In December, that could be what's propelling you forward as a firecracker, to bring you to your dream, to manifesting through this frustrating challenge and period of growth, learning, and knowledge. So let's continue forward. My battery is about to die, so I'm going to pause. All right, can we get more information if this is a person coming in? What can we know about that? Any characteristics? Any other further confirmation that that is probably the way it's going? I'm going to take these. 10 of Pentacles, I feel like that is confirmation of this aspect of relationship coming in, one that could even have a future of marriage, of long-term partnership, represented here with the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like this is the card of expertise and mastery of a craft. So with what I mentioned, I feel like the excitement of being in like a lovey-dovey, like honeymoon phase with this person is going to translate into a lot of excitement generally in life, and it's going to spill over into your work, into all areas, and kind of coat them with this magic of love for some of you. King of Wands, as well as 7 of Cups. I feel like you have an idea in your head of who you would expect to come forward to you, what they might look like, what characteristics they may have, what their occupation may be. I think you do have an idea, and that's a good thing, because it is simply telling me that you are going to be discerning of who comes your way. We have, look at the 7 of Cups, choosing out of all the options. You're going to make sure you choose the option that is going to be suitable for you. You know yourself pretty well. You know yourself very well, and you know that there are certain characteristics that are there's no slack on them. You need someone to come through and fulfill these things for you to have a serious partnership. So yes, definitely use that judgment to make sure that you will be fulfilled, and that this will be an authentic connection for you. And I think you will easily find that whatever comes your way would be very easily identifiable as for you or not. Yeah, that's exciting. I love to hear that. Can we know more about guidance going forward for the collective after hearing this message? What should they do to continue forward? We have the Page of Cups. We have the Chariot. Let's pull out 2 more to clarify. Can we clarify, please, those 2 cards, the Page of Cups and the Chariot, with just a few tarot, please? I do want to take those 2 off the top. 2 of Swords, as well as the 5 of Swords. So guidance going forward. I think like embracing the idea that yes, you are on this pathway, you can feel it. The Page of Cups is that intuitive self that you are learning how to discover more about yourself through your intuition, through communication with the spiritual world. That is that element of you that's taking a close look inside at this time. Though you cannot see your outcome, and even looking now, I look at the Queen again, I see the chariot that the Queen would ride in, or the carriage, rather, that I'm picturing the Queen riding in. You know that you are already who you were meant to be when the manifestation comes. You are already that person who's capable of having it and working with it. You're already there. You're just waiting for it to come to you. You're keeping that faith, though you can't see, though it's frustrating with the resistance and impatience of the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords. You know that you belong in this carriage on a fast track toward your dreams, because you know that you're ready, and you are. So I hope you enjoyed this message. Come December, a lot will make sense for you. Let's take a look at your final message of guidance. Let's see this card. We have Back on Task. Be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you're working on. All could use some fine tuning. That's another great piece of advice and guidance for going forward. In the meantime, until December, is focus on fine tuning what you're doing. Fine tune yourself, but more so fine tune the project, and it will be once again ready to take off as a firecracker in December. So get excited. I hope you enjoyed the messages. Please like, comment that you came from pile number 1, as well as subscribe to the channel. With all of that being said, I wish you an amazing day. I wish you an amazing journey the rest of your year, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi there, Group 2. Welcome to your messages. Let's dive right in. This here will be your final guidance oracle cards. I'm going to tuck that to the side. Make sure you stay to the end of the reading for that final guidance. And let's take a look. You are the Otter and Cattail with Peace. Your first message is Predator. All right, we have Insecurity. See an archetype card, the Poet. Getting some ideas, but I do want to wait for the tea leaf to come out to speak on them. Kind of interesting. The Chain card, chain of events that will affect your life. Pig, beware of greed. Okay, Crown, with honor and respect will come to you. It could be really what you crave, what you feel like you deserve very strongly. We have the Astral House of Marriage. Owl, with good advice from a wise person, as well as Flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. What you need to know now, it's really interesting what's come through so far. I cannot get my head off of this concept of like a tortured poet. The Poet came out, of course, to support that, but the Predator followed by Insecurity. I was really looking at how these cards felt connected with the Devil figure we have there, tied to the heart, keeping it from shining the way it should. And then the Predator is almost the same feeling that I'm getting from that. You could feel like very, I'm trying to think of the word, like you just feel like you were dealt like a bad hand in life, because yeah, chain of events that will affect your life. You have some insecurity, of course, we have that there, but something about the way that your mind works, about your creative processes. You almost feel like tortured with these like ideas. When you want peace, you romanticize your life a lot. That's what I'm thinking of, as well as like the romanticization of what's going on, and kind of like everything is feeling centered toward you, of you are the main character. You've placed yourself there, and it's almost like a coping mechanism of If I'm the main character, this is simply like a little dip in my story, and then season 2 comes along and it's resolved. Like, everything feels much more tolerable and manageable when you view it as like, I'm the main character. I'm going to grow through this. I'm going to learn through it. And I'm probably being admired by people who are watching me experience this. Or I have sympathy toward me. That's kind of how you viewed some of your life. In a way, that's how you viewed it. But I don't think that's all there is to the story. It's a whole chain of events affecting your life that affect just the way that you are. You want peace. You try your best to find peace, but you could be attracting some chaos at this point. You could be unknowingly attracting the opposite. We have the pig card. Beware of greed. Beware of romanticizing and getting too enticed by the idea of like an interesting plot line, or like having a predator is a good thing because I have attention and I'm the main character once again. I don't feel like you guys are like totally like attention seeking. I feel like this is kind of painting you in like a bad way. I don't want you to be offended. I'm just trying to explain it in the best way. And of course, this is one element specific to the time you're watching it that needs to be addressed. This is one area of you, of your life. There's a lot more to your story that we're not getting here, so do not feel like this is all there is to you. If you feel like I'm calling you out a little bit, I promise I'm not trying to. But yeah, beware of greed, beware of getting too enticed by juicy plot lines, by gossip. It's like a poet. Like, you're naturally enticed by humankind, by like gossip, by stories about what people go through, the trials and tribulations they go through, especially like romantic issues could be a specific point of interest. You're very enticed by romantic scenarios and like tragedy. I'm just, again, thinking of the poet, thinking of you going back and reading like old text and poems and plays. Yeah, it's really, you just have like a rose-colored lens almost that you see life through, but which almost creates this whole like bubble universe in which you exist. Generally peaceful, but I think what you need to know now is that there is something to snap out of this kind of world and bubble for. It could be a person, good advice from a wise person, as well as disappointment in a friend or lover. Someone is going to reveal something to you that will cause disappointment in another, again, like through the grapevine, getting gossip, getting new juicy details about what other people have going on, and hearing it from a wise person causes a lot of disappointment in the situation, because you know that even this wise person who you respect and viewed it this way as well and experienced it that way as well, and so you know officially I can be disappointed. And that brings about another point of like, what you need to know right now is, in essence, you take on this main character, but you're forgetting the key here is that it's not about the romanticization, which looks like, what is my environment, what are my surroundings, and how does that create my story and create my essence. You need to start looking at the fact that you are the chain of events that affects your life, that holds everything together. And rather than letting information come in from a wise person to then believe it, to then bring about disappointment, it's like your world is revolving around the actions that are taking place within it. You're not disappointed until you find out that this person was, until you hear it through the grapevine and you get that word of, this is how we feel, this is how we are affected. You're chained to other people's opinions, and definitely insecurity. He's almost chained to the devil with the heart. They're tied, they're connected. So start viewing your life, the bubble it is, as romantic, but because of what you do within it, because of the words you speak. Tap into poetry, tap into writing, tap into things like that to express yourself. Write your own story. That could be a big message here. You could have an area of great opportunity where you will get a lot of honor and respect in this lifetime in the form of your words, in writing. You could be meant to write your own and create these own universes for yourself. I see that with this, the universe, continents shown there on the chain card. You could be someone who would have a really good knack for writing like fantasy or kind of surreal or like absurd works. And that will allow you to still indulge in the way your mind works and how you like to witness humankind and witness dynamics that occur between us with different plot points and with different environments pushing us to do different things. You love that observation. And so put that into your work. Don't say that this is a bad trait you have, but fully commit to it, fully marry it, and put it into work. Create your own worlds. And then the world in which you live in, that you have romanticized so greatly, you can be more present within that. Be more in control. Your narrative can be controlled by you to a greater degree because you're practicing controlling a narrative and putting that need to control into a work of art. Yeah, let's see here with tarot. What is this guidance here for the collective of they should be? Yeah, it's a really interesting message altogether, so I kind of just want to let the cards guide me of what's going to come out. The Two of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and Temperance. There's a world you don't see yet that you can create. The Queen of Pentacles creates her own abundance. The Two of Swords does not see that opportunity yet. The opportunity you have not seen yet could be the way that balance, quite the opposite of what you may think of. If I choose to indulge in this even more than I already do, then it's all consuming. But no, it will actually bring balance. Temperance card will bring balance to allow your life to be what it is and allow your creativity, your works of art to be what they are. And of course, the thing that chains them together is not the fact that you both share a certain tragedy, a certain plot point, environment, experiences. No, the thing that connects them is you. You as a grounded human being who has a lot of solid talent and traits, character traits that deserve to be uplifted through those talents, and then deserve to be practiced in those spaces so that they can translate into regular daily life as well. That is the balance you're being called upon. Will bring you a lot of peace. Let's see. Further messages here for group 2. What else are they needing to know at this time? For, let's see, 7 of Wands, King of Cups, the Star, as well as the Hanged Man. You will be protected. This is representing the peace you will feel. And this whole reading has been talking about being in your own kind of bubble, and that's exactly what this card is. We just have to figure out how to do that in a way that is balanced. The King of Cups is ultimately focused on yourself, but there is room for accepting others, opening yourself up to relationships with others, even observing other people as well, to continue creating your own kind of theories and stories and wisdoms that you discover through this observation that you love to do. But focus on yourself the most within that. The star, the bright moment of your life is the ability to do this. To harness this ability is what you're being called to. Once you harness it, you see how they brought that light down and now it's right here out of her vision. That is your main purpose and goal here, is to bring that clarity, to awaken. Awakening is what you're called to. Awaken to your reality, awaken to what is here for you now. What else for group 2? What do they need to know before our final guidance card? Let's take one more, please. The Strength card. We have 9 of Pentacles. This is something, if you take seriously, you will not regret the things it does for your life. 6, you will not regret it. You will get that recognition. The honor and respect is represented by the 6 of Wands. That is confirmed. Honor and respect through your work, through your writing. Knight of Cups. Marriage has been sitting here the whole time. You could be meeting someone as well. That could be part of your prioritization of self, is no longer needing to accept the lone wolf story or the, whatever it is in your romanticized world that you've, it is okay for you to feel that way, but there is also room for someone to come in for you. And I see that with the Knight of Cups. So very exciting. Group 2, let's take a look at your final guidance. Safe and surrounded by love. Keep your heart open and know you are being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. Continue to see. Keep your eyes open and look closely within yourself as well. Group 2, I hope you enjoyed this message. Please follow, like, and comment that you came from pile 2. With all of that being said, I wish you an amazing day. I wish you the best of luck in this situation, and I will see you in your next reading. Hi there, Group 3. Welcome to your messages. Let's dive right in. What you need to know most right now. You are the Crow and Dogwood with Intelligence. This will be your final guidance. Oracle cards, I'm going to place that to the side. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of your reading to get that final guidance and message. So, let's take a look. We have direction. Beautiful. Workaholic and guilt. Okay. We have an archetype card to take a look at. It is the womb. All right. And these tea leaves should give us some specific aspects to kind of tie all of that together. We have the crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Archway with new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Very good. Older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. We have hammock, taking a vacation, physically or mentally, as well as lion with time to act. So what you need to know now, Group 3. With guilt and workaholic, I feel like some of you could actually be parents. With the womb coming up and guilt and workaholic, you have something about like feeling like you're not present enough by working so hard, but knowing that now is the time to act. Like, I need to be doing this. I don't really have much room for leeway or taking a day off, taking a break. But you're conflicted with this direction it has you heading down. It seems like a bit of a path that you have seen play out before. The older woman is coming through as like a mother. You've witnessed, experienced this as well, so that's part of what's kind of internalized it as like normal, or you push yourself harder because of the way that you saw this person push themselves as well. It's very familial, very like motherly, the things you learn about motherhood and the way that you view your own mother being different after experiencing that for yourself. And so you're trying to live up to their shoes, to fit into their shoes, to live up to their expectations, but do it your own way as well, and you're just very unsure about the direction you're heading down now. You have the emotional intelligence, though, that is very clear, that your recognition of unhappiness is key to finding new opportunities, allowing them to come into you. It is hard to acknowledge the fact that there is pain and unhappiness present, but it's very right for you to do so in order to keep moving forward. You are on the right direction. I think something is going to change that will make you feel better about your situation coming up soon here. It could be very much needed. You could have an actual opportunity ahead of you for some kind of vacation, something that takes your mind off of things, and take that wholeheartedly. Accept that opportunity. Your time to act is about finding the time and space to regroup, like to retreat. Really, just like a few days of whatever retreat looks like for you. If it looks like putting in time to go on a walk each night after work 1 week, or just whatever it is that allows you to retreat into a space where you have mental clarity and relaxation, is much needed. If there are people who are available to help you, which I can kind of see within the guilt card, please enlist them. Time to act, enlist them to allow you to get a physical break as well. You are emotionally intelligent, so please put that toward the acceptance of, I can get help. Be so emotionally intelligent that you allow yourself to get help. That is a message for you right now. You need that physical and or mental break. You deserve to be crowned. You deserve more recognition as well. You are respectable. But again, you want something new. You feel tied down by where you are now, by your responsibilities. You still need some kind of other outlet to be your true self in, while your expectations currently kind of take you out of that true self to some degree. You have to be a certain way, again, with like following in someone's footsteps, following in the footsteps of what's expected out of you as your role in general in society, the role of a mother, the role of a parent, whatever it is. Find your own true direction from that, diverge from that path. The Two of Swords, we don't see yet how that will happen. I think it's been a while since we've been so connected with ourselves, or it's felt like it's been a while since things came in and changed the responsibilities that were needed. Definitely like children coming in, family life being more of a prioritization, with the Six of Cups being about nostalgia, looking back to childhood. Again, with looking back at the cycles you've witnessed from your mother, from your parents. The High Priestess, you have kind of like a knowing of, you just have a gut feeling. The High Priestess knows that there's more here for her. Maybe you've always had some kind of idea of like, you don't want like a typical life ahead of you. You've never planned for a typical kind of family life, work 9 to 5 life, that whole situation. And you've never fully committed to tying yourself down to that role regardless of what has come up. So far, you've never fully committed to being tied down to that role, because you see and feel intuitively that there are new opportunities and possibilities awaiting for you. We have, yes, the Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities waiting for you. You could have financial freedom from these opportunities. Part of how you feel chained down is a commitment with your income to help provide for other people. You could have some kind of opportunity to have a individual source or stream of income. Eight of Swords. And it's almost like when you have that opportunity, it's almost painful because you really have to see yourself at that point. You have to see if you have dispendable, is that a word? Disposable money, dispendable? Yes. If you have dispendable money at your reach, it also brings the question of what would actually make me happy to use this for. And so it's a moment of you having to look and face yourself in the mirror, and you've been in such a mode of making decisions for what other people would like and considering other people for such a long time that this is the first time for a while that you've been asked to consider yourself first, truly. Yeah. Let's continue with tarot. What else needs to come out here for group 3 to know today? Start with those. 7 of Pentacles. We have Knight of Wands, as well as 10 of Cups. I see like a beautiful journey of like a work in progress, day by day healing and discovery with the 7 of Pentacles. Whatever you could decide to put a resource that you have acquired into supplementing an entirely new project. Like maybe you're going to make some money through a side hustle, and then you're going to build a garden with it, and then you're going to start getting into a practice of gardening often. And that's a discovery of yourself. That's a reflection of yourself in your journey, is the growth that you're watching and that you're nurturing in real time. Knight of Wands. I feel like you're going to kind of have a bit of a personality shift even. You're going to be a lot more carefree. You could even have a physical change in appearance. You could grow your hair out specifically, have more kind of natural hair, not using any product on it or styling tools, and you are more authentic in that way. I've been thinking something about with the guilt card and the older woman, like the reflection I talked about, and then I feel like their face shape is very similar, like mother to daughter. And it's like when you looked in the mirror, I wanted to say something about you see like a shadow, you see a ghost of like a parent figure, specifically a mother perhaps. And with this change brought on by new excitement, new happiness, with the physical change that comes with that, you see less and less of that shadow kind of reminding you of what once was every day. And I think that that's a good thing. Yeah. Let's continue on. Let's see. What is the guidance now for group 3 to get to this path? Wow. Queen of Wands and the 8 of Wands. It's all about starting to get into that childlike energy of excitement. Allow incoming messages to be received. And that could be very literal in terms of like friends reaching out to you. Receive that and perhaps take them up on their offer. And let's shuffle out some final guidance before that last oracle card for you guys about going forward with this. Perhaps when can we expect these changes to really kind of become very apparent? 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, King of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, as well as 2 of Cups. Keep prioritizing peace. Don't like make any super crazy decisions at this time. Kind of keep the things you have going in motion in terms of finance. Like don't switch anything up too crazily. Kind of continue with like a poker face almost for what's going on, for these changes taking place within you. It's going to be a day where it will all be so obviously clear how much you shine. It will be like the people in your life wonder what happened. Overnight, this person has changed before our very eyes. King of Swords, another way in which you're changing that you need to know about right now is you will have a lot more control, you will have a lot more command and authority with the people you work with your family. The Three of Pentacles here, you will be looked to first as the authority figure, or as the one who has the ideas, as the one who has the right temperament to go talk with someone, go talk with the clients, the customers, whoever you work with. I think the way you were viewed within that is going to be also, I'm looking now, I'm seeing it could also be a sense of being more of an equal. It's like your newly discovered joy and self-care, prioritization of self-care rather, and individuality. I lost my train of thought because of the way I messed up that word. Give me a moment. Yeah, it's the way that you're being seen now is very new and different. Almost makes you feel like more of an equal to the people in your life, less of like you do a job for this household, and more of like, this is someone who has personality who I can connect with on these interests as well. Two of Cups, I feel like a lot of harmony and growing relationships will come from this, particularly if you have children. With your children, becoming more of a friend to them before a parent could be very needed, and is shown here through the cards. So overall, I love this story for you guys. Let's reveal your final message of guidance here. What does this have to say for pile 3? Look beyond the surface. Avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth to your world. Yeah, seek ways to bring depth. Go beyond your standard role, your surface level role. Go beyond all of that. Dig deep. You will be loved and authentic. Everything will be so good here in this new chapter for you. So pile 3, I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, comment that you came from pile 3, as well as subscribe. With all of that being said, I hope you have an amazing day. I wish you the best of luck in this energy, and I'll see you in your next reading.